Today I'm reviewing the ASUS ROG G700 2026 gaming desktop PC with an Intel Core Ultra 7265KF processor, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070, 32GB DDR5 RAM, and a 1TB NVMe SSD. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've had this desktop set up on my desk for a blend of gaming, creative work, and everyday use over several weeks. So these impressions come from how it actually behaves, not just what the spec sheet promises. Let's set expectations clearly. This is not an ultra-high-end enthusiast system aimed at unrestrained 4K performance or extreme overclocking. Instead, it's designed as a balanced gaming desktop that delivers strong 1440p play, smooth multitasking, and a responsive feel across daily tasks. In real-world gaming at 1440p, the combination of the Core Ultra 7265KF and RTX 5070 delivers dependable performance. Competitive titles like Valorant, Fortnite, and CS2 hold steady with high frame rates and consistent pacing at high settings. Heavier AAA games also run smoothly at 1440p, with high settings staying playable and visuals looking detailed without sudden dips or spikes. What matters day to day is predictability, and here, performance is stable rather than erratic. At 1080p, the system has noticeable headroom. Games feel fluid, and you can comfortably run background utilities, communication apps, and media alongside play without interrupts. That everyday responsiveness shows up more often in real use than raw benchmark numbers. Thermals and acoustics are practical for this class. Under sustained gaming load and creative workloads, the G700's cooling keeps temperatures in a controlled zone. Fans do spin up during longer sessions, and you can hear them working. It's a performance PC, not a silent office machine, but it stays measured and avoids sudden jumps in noise that feel distracting. During lighter use, acoustics settle into a quiet, unobtrusive hum. Memory and storage behavior align with real-world expectations. The 32GB of DDR5 RAM ensures smooth multitasking, switching between browsers, editing tools, and utilities doesn't push the system into lag. The 1TB NVMe SSD boots Windows quickly and loads games swiftly. Over time, if you build a very large library of games, you might consider extra storage, but this capacity feels sensible for most users starting out. Build quality and usability are thoughtful. The chassis feels solid, cable management is neat out of the box, and the internal layout doesn't feel cramped. That accessibility makes future upgrades, storage, cooling, or even GPU, more approachable than some tightly packed pre-built designs. The system feels engineered with clear intent rather than assembled as a generic box. Now let's be honest about limitations. The RTX 5070 is capable in its tier, but it's not targeted at the highest possible frame rates at ultra-heavy 4K settings. If your core priority is maximum 4K performance with every detail maxed and very high refresh targets, that's outside this configuration's design. It's more about well-rounded performance at 1440p and compelling 1080p output. Also, while cooling is competent, it leans toward practical stability rather than extreme overclocking headroom. If aggressively squeezing out every last megahertz under sustained overclock is your priority, you'd look to custom cooling builds that are tuned for that specific purpose. So who does this desktop make sense for? If you want strong, dependable gaming at 1440p, smooth everyday computing without hesitation, a system that stays controlled under load, a build with upgrade-friendly layout, then this ASUS ROG G700 configuration delivers in a balanced way. If your sole objective is absolute peak performance at ultra-high resolutions or deep overclocking headroom, other configurations focused on those extremes may be worth evaluating. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.